Really terrible.
Well, it could always go somewhere else.
Have you ever had that experience or this?
Hello, welcome to JFC. Can I take your order?
Hello, good day. Do you have breast and wing? I remember you all didn't have the last time. You all have breast and wing today?
Nah, we in house.
All right, thank you.
There is a huge elephant in the living room that we all continue to endure and ignore. And it's time we tackle it head on. Let's be honest with ourselves and admit that customer service in Trinidad and Tobago is a serious concern. Whether it's no refund, rude receptionists, disrespectful public servants, we've all experienced it. Can this be corrected, or are we a lost cause? Let's discuss this Sunday with Garth and Natasha. Listen live from 10 a.m. on I-95.5 FM or watch live on the I on Dependency Facebook page or YouTube channel. I on Dependency. We don't just share stories. We change lives.
This Sunday on Episode 2 of Ion Dependency, reality radio at its best.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's so good about the morning?
Well, I came to make a purchase, but the customer service here is really terrible.
Well, it could always go somewhere else.
Have you ever had that experience or this?
Hello, welcome to JFC. Can I take your order?
Hello, good day. Do you have breast and wing? I remember you all didn't have the last time. You all have breast and wing today?
Nah, we in house.
All right, thank you.
There is a huge elephant in the living room that we all continue to endure and ignore. And it's time we tackle it head on. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Independency. Thank you so much for joining us on I-95.5 and on streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning, Mr. Gods.
Customer service is a direct one-on-one interaction between a consumer and a company representative. The interaction is commonly done when a consumer is buying a product or service from the company. Most retailers see this direct interaction as a critical factor in ensuring buyer satisfaction and encouraging repeat business. The option to speak to a live customer service agent is considered necessary for most businesses, even though the bulk of customer care is automated. Customer service is also considered a key aspect of servant leadership. Now, what is servant leadership? Servant leadership is a leadership style and philosophy whereby an individual interacts with others, either in a management or fellow employee capacity, to achieve authority rather than power. The system embodies a decentralized organizational structure. Leaders who follow this style include customer-facing employees in company decision-making. These employees have a relationship with the consumer and can make better decisions to retain those customers and acquire new ones. Now, what's the key takeaway? Servant leadership seeks to move management and personal interaction away from controlling activities and toward a synergistic relationship. The authority figure in servant leadership environment attempts to promote innovation, empower employees, and assure that the well-being of those around them. Servant leadership also aims to develop leadership qualities in others. This leadership style requires an individual to demonstrate characteristics such as empathy, listening, stewardship, and commitment to the personal growth of others. Servant leadership is not suitable for all situations. A military commander, however, must assume complete authority in order to make swift life and death decisions. Now, how does servant leadership work? Servant leadership seeks to move management and personal interaction away from controlling activities and toward a more synergistic relationship. The term servant leadership was coined by Robert Greenleaf, a 20th century researcher who was skeptical about traditional leadership styles that focus on more authoritarian relationships between employers and employees, and of course customers. The authority figure in servant leadership environments attempts to promote innovation, empower employees, and assure the well-being of those around them. Servant leadership also aims to develop leadership qualities in others. This leadership style requires an individual to demonstrate characteristics such as empathy, listening and stewardship, and commitment to personal growth. According to Greenleaf's observation, the servant leader approaches situations and organizations from the perspective of a servant first. Let me read that again. According to Greenleaf's observations, the servant leadership approaches situations and organizations from the perspective of a servant first, looking to lend their presence to answer the needs of the organization and others. Servant leaders seek to address stakeholder wants and requirements as their priority, with leadership to be pursued secondarily. This contrasts with the leader's first perspective, wherein a person aims to gain control quickly, often driven by the desire and perspectives for material gain or influence. So developing and mentoring the team, follow their instructions or the clients and customers' needs. That will take precedence over personal elevation. Even upon attaining a position of governance, a servant leader typically encourages their subordinates to look to serve others as their priority over personal gain. A servant leader may aim to share power with others and encourage the development and growth of others. This trait can extend to listening to followers carefully to better understand their needs, but it also involves leaders holding themselves and others accountable for their words and actions. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Iron Dependency. Yes, you listen to Iron Dependency and not the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Why? Because we are consumers as well.
Yes.
And from time, I think for the last 15 years, every day, so much so that there's a Facebook page set up for bad customer service in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, it's a very popular page.
And maybe we'll share one or two experiences of people on that platform. But it's a social issue, and we deal with social issues here on Independency. And to start the year, let's get this out of the way because we have more serious stuff to cover going forward. But I'm tired of listening to and experiencing bad customer service, just as you heard in the promo. There are people who will actually tell you, well, you could always go somewhere else, Very nonchalantly like that, because most of the time they don't own the business. So they don't care about losing a customer. I've always said that Trinidad and Tobago is the first place I know where people open a business and vex you come to buy from them. I could never get that, And it's something that it's an elephant in the room, as it says, that we have to deal with. And what I just read here this morning, Natasha, it speaks to the common man and leaders of our country.